We're here today to talk about the guns used by the famous Shanghai Municipal Police, controlled by Western powers, not the Chinese. My name is Ron Kurelo, the author of the Shanghai the Lucky Bastard series. This is the first book in a series of 9. The next book will probably be out in March. Story of a Canadian Métis cavalry trooper whose life was saved in the war by a Chinese railway troop. He later has to serve in the Shanghai Municipal Police to pay his debt for his life being saved by a Chinese. We're here at Gagnon's today in Oshawa, the rather famous gun shop in the GTA. Family business, really good shop, one-stop shop. A lot of new Canadians come here to shoot. We encourage new Canadians to come here to shoot. Matter of fact, we have a large Chinese community here. So the Shanghai Municipal Police. Now, the Chinese who just heard that will break up when they hear that. A famous modern police force in the 1920s. Police forces from all over the world would come to Shanghai to see the Shanghai methods of fighting, the first SWAT teams, their armored vans, their armored vests. One of the first police forces to use pistols, not revolvers. Mr. Fairbairn and Mr. Sykes were famous worldwide for they developed a new way of fighting, combat hand fighting, and shooting, methods of shooting and target acquisition. So we'll show you that. Tomorrow we're going to shoot these weapons on the range. What you're seeing here is unobtainium. So my assistant, Lao Peng Yao, Sam Zhu will give me a hand here. Sam, lai. This is a Broomhandle Mauser with shoulder stock that Sam is holding. This is the most expensive gun that Sam will never own. It's about $7,000. 7.63 caliber. Some had extended magazines and were fully automatic. This is a semi-automatic version, original with the shoulder stock. This is a high-velocity pistol that would shoot through some of the armored vests that the police wore. The Shanghai police started wearing armored vests. Chinese criminals in particular use this gun. They love this gun. And the Shanghai police, when they saw these criminals, they shot them dead. There was no quarter. It will shoot right through a vest. If you're not wearing a vest, sometimes it would go through 2 people. High velocity, high rate of fire, not a concealable weapon. You can see how large it is. You're not shoving that in your coat pocket. So often on the streets, the Chinese criminals would be standing there in their gray long gowns and their fedora hats with a pistol down to their side. It was the Wild West, the Paris of the East, Shanghai. We'll put that back down, Shan. Now, in the turn of the century, the Shanghai police were using British weapons. One particular weapon was the Webley Mark VI. This is a Mark V, 4.55 break action developed by the British. A big, heavy, cumbersome gun. Double action, single action. On single action is not that bad at all. On double action is hard to use. It was actually used as a weapon to beat people with when you ran out of ammunition, also known as the horse pistol. 4.55, large, slow-moving cartridge. It knocked them down very well. This is called the bird's head. So along comes the 45 ACP, one of the most famous pistols in the world today, still being used, developed in 1911. 45 caliber, very heavy slug. You shoot somebody with that, they're not getting up. Mr. Fairbairn, inspector with the Shanghai Police, famous for in the Second World War being a combat instructor at Camp X, just down the street, the spy school. He found that many of his policemen were found dead with the safety applied. So he had this idea. He would drill a hole through the safety, which is on this side. The safety, we'll turn it upside down here, Sam. It would put a metal steel pin in here so the safety could not be applied. So when the weapon came out of the holster, the hammer was cocked. That is your safety. As any shooter will tell you, that's your safety. The gun will not go off no matter what God you pray to. Even some godless Chinese guys. It won't go off. You have to squeeze the trigger. Now with that metal pin inside, the hammer's pulled back. You decock it, place your thumb on the hammer and slowly ease it forward after you squeeze the trigger. A great firearm, still used today. Again, the Shanghai police were one of the first to develop this. To heck with revolvers, we're going to shoot them with a 45 ACP slug, and they're not getting up. So this weapon was a large weapon. The Chinese had complained that it was too heavy, so they went with the .380 Colt automatic pistol. So about 5 years ago, my buddy calls me, Sam. My buddy calls me and says to me, Ron, I've got a .380, you should buy it as a Colt. I said, they're not very much. He says, no, Ron, you don't understand. I go to see him, he says, turn the gun over. I turn it over, I look at it, I said, Terry, I'll give you anything you want for this gun. This gun is stamped, if you can see it, Shanghai Municipal Police. This is an original Shanghai police pistol. It ain't for sale, Yanks. .380 caliber. It has a rather unusual modification in that on the slide, on this side of the slide, there is a milled out area and a leaf spring inserted. That leaf spring is used to push the barrel back into battery as it comes forward to pick up a round. Some people think it is useless. Also, you can see right here the hole drilled by the Shanghai police armor to prevent the safety from being applied. The gun was cocked, there's no hammer on it, and it was ready to go. You can also see the Shanghai grips and the lanyard loop to be worn around the neck. This was a popular gun for detectives to carry and the smaller Chinese. The Shanghai police like to recruit northern Chinese who are big, robust guys. So this is a very concealable weapon, .380. It also has a modification on the magazine. We'll remove the magazine. Holes drilled in the magazine. Why? So the inspector comes out, yes, all your ammunition's there. You haven't sold your ammunition to any criminals. You could see, you could count the number of rounds in your magazine. That's done by the Shanghai police. .380, snappy little cartridge. Very popular. I'll lay that back down, Sam. Guns of the Shanghai Municipal Police. One of the most famous police forces in the world, now long gone after the Japanese took over Shanghai in 1840-41. That gun there was the most popular gun with Shanghai. Criminals would often kill policemen or bribe policemen to get their guns or buy their ammunition. The 45 ACP. This, the most popular gun amongst criminals, mostly. Then again, they would steal anything, they would use anything they had. Lugers were popular too, but this was the gun of choice. This was the Cadillac of Cadillacs. As it is today, it is a very valuable gun. They're hard to come by. Their tactics for the Shanghai police, the first SWAT teams, their armored vans, armored vests, they came out in formations into the back of the truck. It was quite the police force to see. So police forces around the world would send their training officers to Shanghai to learn their methods. One of the coppers had an idea of shooting criminals, tying them to the van, and driving them around town saying crime does not pay. Obviously, in Shanghai, crime did pay. Very corrupt, very evil, and very dangerous. Policemen were killed left and right. Now, what shotguns did they use? They liked the 97 Winchester for a particular reason. La la la, gammalai. Sam's going to hold this gun. He's going to squeeze the trigger and keep the trigger back at all times and pump it. Again, pump it. Every time he pumps that gun goes off. He does not have to release his finger from the trigger. Thank you, Sam. This was a devastating weapon. They took the barrels and cut them at about 20 inches, reapplied the bead front sight and put in SSG's buckshot, and often shot at cobblestones as a crowd was advancing on them. They shot at cobblestone, bounced the shot off the road, and hit people in the legs and knocked them down, like bowling, some guys would say. Now, fully automatic weapons. The first Thompson submachine gun, known as the Chicago typewriter, was very popular in Shanghai. 50-round drum, forward pistol grip, muzzle compensator, 550 rounds per minute. You'll see pictures of Inspector Fairbairn in his armored fighting vehicle van in the top turret with his Thompson with a 100-round drum. Now that's going to be one hot weapon when it goes off. Anybody who shot a Thompson, as I have, pulls up to the right, but with a 100-round drum, it's pretty damn heavy. 550 rounds per minute, it's not tremendously fast, but 45 caliber ACP, they're not getting up. And if you can keep a good sight picture while being shot at, you're a better man than me, Gunga did, because it is not easy to be shot at and keep a good sight picture. Sam Zhu from Pudong, near Shanghai, across the river on the farmer side, loves this gun because it is a Broomhandle Mauser. Would you like to buy this gun, Sam?
多少钱?
Hiya, 7,000 Canadian.
哦，太贵了。
哦，不要不要，没有钱，
买不起，
没有钱。
买不起。
新的给我。This is unobtainium. It is wonderful, isn't it, Sam?
So, well, what's it?
Isn't this wonderful?
Yeah. Okay, yes.
What do you mean, okay? Of course it's wonderful. I'm going to take the stock off. Yeah.
Okay,
Open the back up. This also, for those that don't know, is the holster for the gun. And it's worn on your belt.
yes.
But if you put it in here, we'll get marked up. Sam, not for sale.
Can I hold it?
Your head's clean? Holla. Oh.
Very nice gun. Everybody knows about it. Every Chinese. This is called 快慢机. It can be full automatic or semi-automatic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Extended magazine. So one pressure of the trigger, almost the whole mag is gone. It's a very fast shooting weapon, high rate of fire. But it is the Cadillac of Cadillacs.
Yes.
非常好.
Very, very rare.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah, super rare. So that goes in the holster like that. So now you've seen the variety of firearms that the Shanghai Municipal Police used. In the next couple of days, we're going to go to Gagnon's range, which we're standing in right now. A very nice range with good range officers, very friendly people. We're going to shoot these weapons. And I'll be assisted by a young Chinese lady who's a shooter, and she'll be shooting some of these weapons. Sam will be there too, probably shooting my Broomhandle Mauser, if he gives me enough money to shoot. We'll let him shoot and we'll have another local policeman will be shooting the shotguns. You'll see how they operate, especially the 45 ACP, a deadly weapon. The Broomhandle Mauser shoots at a very high rate of fire. The Webley, big slow shooting gun, and of course the 380 will show you the Shanghai methods of shooting. For instance, they shot a lot with one hand in those days. They taught shooting falling back, kneeling, sitting, standing, even running. They concentrated on their front sight because most of the shooting, as most policemen will tell you, is at very close range. Very seldom you're going to snipe somebody with a handgun. It's close and it's fast. Stand by for gun shooting tomorrow. We're at Gagnon's shooting range in Oshawa, Ontario. The best shooting range you're ever going to find. Range safety officers very safe. Everybody's friendly. We know where we want. Today we're going to shoot the unobtainium, the one and only C96 Broomhandle Mauser. The weapon has been cleared. Don't believe anybody who tells you that. Clear it yourself. The safety's in the on position, the opposite of what we're used to. The safe position is forward. The fire position is back. It screws up a lot of people. The buttstock also acts as a holster, but if you put the weapon in, it will mark the wood. Shoulder stock affixed to the weapon. Firing position. Some are fully automatic, some are semi-automatic. 7.63 cartridge, very fast cartridge, used in Shanghai exclusively by criminals. It would punch through the bullet-resistant vests of the Shanghai Municipal Police were the first SWAT teams in the world. Shanghai, the ultimate. When criminals were seen with this weapon, the order was shoot, no quarter, kill them. Deadly weapon in fully automatic fire. With the extended magazine, you could dump a mag in less than 2 seconds. Now we'll describe some of the other weapons here. Guns of the Shanghai Municipal Police. The Webley Mark V bird's head. They use Mark VI also. 4.55, developed by the British. A big, heavy bullet, like a brick coming at you. Single action, double action. In single action, not a bad gun. A big beast of a weapon. It worked very well. The Shanghai police got rid of it in about 1920. They went to the Colt, 1911, 45 ACP, a man stopper. You get shot with this and you're going down, you're not getting up. Shanghai was one of the first police forces to ever start using pistols as opposed to revolvers. In Shanghai, they found many policemen were shot with the safety applied. So Fairbairn and Sykes had an idea. Let's put a dowel pin right here so the safety could not be applied. The weapon came out of its holster, the gun was cocked, it was ready to go. As every shooter will tell you, that is your safety. It will not go off. The Luger pistol, developed turn of the century. Stolen in Shanghai. Criminals would steal these in Shanghai. They were brought in by the hundreds by arms dealers. 9mm parabellum, a very nice handgun to shoot, a real classic. We're going to shoot that today. But the ultimate weapon, which will never be sold by me, if you take a close-up of this right here, Shanghai Municipal Police. This is an original Shanghai 380 Colt automatic pistol used by the Chinese. It has a lanyard ring. It has the Fairbairn modification that is milled out with a leaf spring installed, which pushes the barrel into battery. It also has here, right in this position here, there's an accident that should not have happened. A roll pin was inserted here so you could not apply the safety. The weapon is cocked, it's ready to go. There is no safety. That is your safety. And you see how an accident can happen? How I picked the weapon up, my thumb hit the hold open device and it went forward. That's how easy an accident can happen. 380 automatic, 7.63 Mauser, 45 ACP, 4.55 Webley. This is hard to find. .45 ACP, 380 automatic. Loading a Luger P08, 9mm. Depress. Two, three, four, five, six. Of course, as you load it, it gets harder a lot of the time. 7 rounds. 4.55 Webley. We're going to load it. Barrel lock and lever released. Of course, we've checked the barrels on each weapon before they're loading, make sure there was no obstruction in the barrel. Slowly close the action. The weapon's now loaded. To unload the weapon after you finish your rounds firing, barrel release latch. Dump the rounds out. Weapon is empty. 4.55, slow moving, big, heavy bullet. Man stopper. But that 45, that is deadly. Still being used today. American firearm, famous around the world. It is the gun of choice by the Americans. The Yanks love this gun, especially the United States Marine Corps. They really like this gun. Marines are a good bunch.
Hello everyone, this is April. I'm from China and today I wear Chinese traditional clothes. Today I'm gonna shooting with Shanghai guns.
the first gun that April's going to shoot will be the Webley 455 revolver used by the Shanghai Municipal Police at the turn of the 19th century. They used it for about 40 years. Heavy, slow-moving bullet. April's going to shoot this. I'm going to load the gun now. April, just off the side. Loading the Webley 455.
Oh, sorry.
So April, you're going to shoot this the same as you shot your other pistol. April is an experienced shooter. She knows what she's doing. She's a dangerous woman. You're going to shoot it single action, April. Every time you shoot, you're going to pull the hammer back, all right?
Okay.
All right, April, hold on the weapon. Hold on. Use two hands because it's heavy, okay? Like I showed you.
This, like
Yeah,
this?
put your-
Okay.
Up straight. Lean forward. Now you're going to pull the hammer back to shoot it, okay? Take your thumb, pull back on the hammer. Now take your finger out. Now you're ready to go?
Yes.
Every time you shoot, you're going to pull the hammer back. I'm going to stand to the side.
Okay.
There you go, April. Okay, just lay the guns down. It's empty now. I wonder why the recoil was so light. These are reloaded cartridges. There's no use. We're just punching paper. So if it was a fully loaded cartridge, April would feel the recoil. Now we're going to unload the weapon. You're going to make noise. 9mm Luger pistol, okay? Snappy. Okay, ceasefire, gun down. So we have a jam. So lay the gun down here.
Okay.
So we have a malfunction here. If you look right here, you see what is called a stovepipe. The round has not extracted. So I'm going to take the weapon and make it safe. We're going to continue shooting. So back up, please. Move. He's doing well. Empty. Lay the gun down. .45 ACP, the gun of choice of the United States Marine Corps of the U.S. Army. A real man-stopper, heavy bullet. This is going to recoil pretty good.
I will try.
Gun's loaded. There you go. You shoot it like a regular pistol, okay?
Okay.
It's got a good recoil to it. Very good. That's good. That's good shooting. Hey, face on how? Good shot. Another good shot, April. Very good. Very good. C96 7.63 caliber. Beautiful. Unobtainium. The C96 Broomhandle Mauser. Weapons loaded, I used a stripper clip. It's much easier to load with a stripper clip. It does mark your bluing, but it's much easier to load once you use the stripper clip rather than loading it single round, which will cause you difficulties. And now April's going to shoot the Cadillac of all Cadillacs.
Yes.
Safety's off. Probably 50 to 60 years old. So we have some underpowered ammunition here, so the action is failing to go to the rear. The safety is in the fire position. So it's not, so just lay the gun down. So the reason it's only shooting one round, the ammunition is probably 70 years old at least. So either the ammunition is corroded or it's underpowered, so the action will not return to the rear. So now we're going to change to the new manufactured ammunition. Let's step back.
Right.
Sam is loading a stripper clip with 7.63 Mauser ammunition. Two more. It's much easier to load with a stripper clip than without. Yes. Works fine with the new ammunition. Weapon is empty. Okay. Okay, April, you're empty. So we're going to have Colt 1903 .380 Colt automatic pistol. Engraved Shanghai Municipal Police. This is an original Shanghai police gun, a prized possession of mine. I would never sell it. I paid next to probably the first time in 100 years, and you're going to shoot it.
Oh,
So we've had a malfunction. 120-year-old pistol. There's a round barrel. It has not extracted, so we're going to get a rod and gently tap it out, not harming my beautiful 100-year-old gun. So as you can see, April knows how to shoot. Shot very well. Sam, hold the weapon. Hold the weapon. Just like that, okay? See the round? You want to see this? So we're going to insert the rod. Sam's going to hold the weapon. His finger off the trigger. Empty round, right? Pull the action back. Let weapon down. So the round went off. You see where it jammed. Now, weapon's free. This is like Mercedes-Benz of guns. This is the best. You're probably the only girl to shoot this gun ever.
So special, you know that, right?
Yeah.
This gun has not been shot for 100 years.
这把枪已经是105年了。
This is an extremely rare gun. Very good shot.
okay.
This is not a Shanghai gun. This is a Second World War Thompson. The Shanghai used the first model Thompson, which was drum-fed forward pistol grip cuts compensator. Look very similar. 550 rounds per minute, 45 ACP. It was used in their tactical teams on their armored fighting vehicle vans by Inspector Fairbairn. So April's going to hold the Thompson. It is not the Shanghai gun. It's the Second World War model.
差一点点。
I'm going to hold this, April. Put your left hand on here. Are you right-handed or left-handed?
Right.
Put your right hand here. This is called the Chicago typewriter.
哦，我知道这个。
Chicago typewriter.
Chicago typewriter.
哎呀，I know it.
I told you it's a dangerous weapon. So, April, we want to thank you for coming out today and your expertise in shooting firearms. Did you have fun?
Yeah.